I'm Lisa from Orus. In this video, I want to answer a few of these frequently asked questions about Orus. First question, what is Orus and what does it do? Orus is a decision-making engine for Web3. We're here to help Web3 make better decisions, be it investing, operations, finding alpha, marketing, BD, research. How can Orus help with data analytics in Web3 and blockchain projects? Orus is really here to support analyzing both on-chain and off-chain data, providing insights to the likes of user behaviors, market trends, benchmarking, looking for alpha, economic incentives, and really help to facilitate making informed decisions. This is very important because in the Web 2 world, as you know, people use a lot of data to make informed decisions. Be it, how do I use products better? How do I look at product management? What kind of features do we want to specialize? How do I measure the incentives that we have with user acquisition or user retention? How do I analyze average revenue per paying user? How do I measure that against the cost of acquisition? And how can I make better decisions from a business standpoint to start driving up revenue in businesses? Today in Web3, the space has grown quite a lot. We're not at the mature stage yet, not fully mature, but we are maturing as an industry. What does that mean? It means that we're no longer making decisions based on vibes. We're no longer making decisions based on posts on LinkedIn or Twitter emojis or emojis on Discord. Today, we're making decisions. We are moving forward. We're going to start making decisions with data. And having data accessible, having data easy to analyze becomes very important because data is just an input tool. The output is how do we use data to make informed decisions? And that is the space that we are in. That is the main value that we're providing to anyone who wants to make better decisions. What are the main features of Orus that differentiates itself from other analytics tools? So one of the main key features that we have is a very user-friendly interface. And what does that mean? It means that it's very easy to go and analyze. Two things that we have that makes it very easy. The first one is our DSL, our domain-specific language. Check out the link for understanding the thought process of how we create the domain-specific language. So these are basically, it's a very human way to search for data. We're building an AI on top of the DSL, which makes it a lot easier. And that's more for the executives side of things. But more from the analyst, operators side of things, the DSL will be a very, very powerful tool for you to go and research and explore data. Want to find a new metric? Want to find new leading indicator? Want to find new ratios and relationships between two independent variables? The DSL is here for you to go and explore data to help you make better decisions. The second key feature is the modular capabilities. So on our front end, the modularity in creating charts, the modularity in querying data, they're all embedded in the first principle of how we design Orus. Not only that, on the back end, which you probably won't interact with, but on the back end is completely modular as well. So for example, if we are looking at rep ETH in all the various chains, the back end is very modular, in which we don't have to hire a lot of people to integrate the data. A lot of things are automated or a lot of things are done by machine learning. So your standard typical AI. So because of that, we can scale a lot faster, we can grow a lot faster, and it becomes, we're creating some level of standardization so you can start benchmarking or looking for trends in the various industries. For example, you're a VC and you're looking to decide, okay, I have maybe just 5 million left in my fund and I want to just focus on investing in one segment. Should I focus on DeepIn or should I focus on DAI? And I want to make informed decisions. I don't want to make it based on vibes. So you could just use Orus, go and take a look at user acquisition, daily active users, user retention, how for validators in DeepIn versus DAI, how often do they stay? How often do they dump? What is the typical holding period of users? All of these analytics can be done on Orus, and this can help you to make very informed decision on where you want to invest your whatever sum of money. If you're a foundation, for example, you can start using Orus to measure things like, I'm giving out a lot of grants, but I need to start measuring because I'm a business, right? I need to start measuring what kind of returns, what kind of ROI am I getting from giving out grants? For every $1 I give out, how much am I getting back? And this is a very important measurement as a business, as you want to grow your business, as you want to scale your operations. You can do all of these at Orus. For the other platforms, they do things a little bit different, and there's nothing right or wrong. They just have a very different approach. Some of them are typically more SQL based, and these companies are great if you're a data engineer or you're a data scientist, and you're looking to create your own indexing, you're looking to index your own data. And that's a great tool. We're going to open that soon, but not yet. For other tools, They're a lot simpler to use. So they just have a few buttons. You just click and you get your output. That's very good for people like, I call them like data tourists, where they go in, just get one information or validate a piece of information and they leave. They're not there to use data to make informed decisions. They're maybe using data as a way to approximate one data point, and then that's it. They move on with their analysis. It's a very different approach. And I'm not saying one is better than the other. It's just very different. And what we want to build is really the first principles of using data to make informed decisions, using data to make much better decisions. Next question. Can Orus integrate with other platforms and off-chain data? That's a very good question. Yes, we can do that on our back end because we do have a plug and play system. So for example, if you are a DPIN and you're looking to add in data of your hardware, validator hardware, and you have that RSS feed of data, we can just plug in and integrate off-chain data. If you're a game and a lot of your data is stored in whatever kind of Unity server or whatever servers that's out there, we can integrate it as well. So Orus becomes the front end. You don't need to care if it's on-chain or off-chain. You don't need to care about how it's clean. We do all of that for you. And your job is just to use the output on Orus to explore data, to figure out what's going on. What is the narrative that data is trying to tell us? What problems are we foreseeing? What solutions can we think about? And how can we make the best decisions? That's what you could do with Orus. Next, how does Orus handle data extraction and cleaning? Is it user-friendly for non-technical users? Good question. Our platform really focuses on minimizing time spent to do data cleaning because our tools and interface makes it very easy for analysts to do their jobs. We're primarily focusing on people who are paid to figure out what decisions to make. That's why we are a decision-making tool. We're not a data cleaning tool. We do all of that. We have our own AI systems. We have our own data scientists and data engineers doing all of that. So you don't have to worry about that. We are a tool that's clean to use that helps you to really explore data. Whether you want to look at trends, whether you want to look at benchmarking, whether you want to look at specific operational analytics, whether you want to explore new alpha, whether you want to look at ratios between two independent variables, you can do all of that at Orus because we do all the data cleaning for you. We do all the data interpretation for you. All you need to do is piece the pieces together and figure out what's going on. It's almost like we built the entire piece of jigsaw puzzle for you. You just need to piece them together based on what kind of analytics you want. And then you can make decisions from there. Next, what kind of data and metrics can Orus analyze? Can it handle both on-chain and off-chain data? At Orus, we analyze various kinds of blockchain data. We look at node activity, transaction consistency, user behavior, market growth metrics, and looking at data from different kind of chains, looking at the same application, comparing across different chains, looking at specific industry like lending or DEXs, and you compare across all the chains, all the different layer 1s, 2, and 3 to give you some insights. We're here primarily focusing on using on-chain data to look at how users behave. Think of it as, in basic economics, you've got supply and demand. The supply side is everything that's token related. You can find a little bit more of that information elsewhere, and we do have the information on Orus too. The most important critical thing is understanding demand because we handle the supply. We build the supply. We define the supply. Demand is something that we can't foresee. Yes, you can do all the KOL marketings in the world, but that just helps with user acquisition, not user retention. So that doesn't look at long-term demand. To look at long-term demand, that's what we want to do with Orus. We want to understand what does short-term, mid-term, long-term demand look like? How does demand compare to various kind of segments? How does demand compare to your competitors? When macro market falls or when macro market rises, is there a correlation with your users in your ecosystem or users in this specific segment? Or as market changes, do users go from protocol A to its competitors, protocol B? And having these kind of analysis help us to understand a little bit better on what this market is going to be. This helps with better forecasting, better prediction. If you want to trade, if you find alpha there, that's also fine. If you're a business making short-term and long-term decisions, you can use data to make these decisions. If you're a VC and these are your portcos, you have a better understanding of how to help your portcos, how to scale your portcos, how to help the portcos to move towards revenue generation. Today in the crypto space or in the Web3 industry, we are no longer just talking about raising a lot of money and creating complex products, which are great products. Now we're moving a lot of conversations as well towards how do you make money? How much money can you make? Are you profit generating? Are you breaking even? These are important decisions, and this shows the maturity of the industry. So as more people are moving towards understanding revenue, understanding ROI of cost of acquisition of users, understanding how long does it take for each individual on average to break even, this helps to move towards a revenue conversation. And as much as in Web3 you're building public goods, which is fantastic, we're not building public goods, just leave it there and that's it. At the end of the day, we still have to make money. And this is a function of how much value we provide to the world. When you provide a lot of value, you can get some of the value back to your stakeholders, to your shareholders, to your DAO members, to your token holders, to your investors. And this is just the cycle of life. So for Web3 to be taken more seriously, we're helping the industry, we're helping Web3 to start using data to make informed decisions, and for people to start taking us as an industry more seriously as we make more informed decisions with data. Next, is there any documentation or community support available for new users of Orus? Of course, we have plenty of documentation, tutorials, workshops, use cases, and community support through channels like Discord and also our Gitbook. So check out the link of our Discord and also our Gitbook. We have all the information and documentation over there. Now, then after all these conversations, you're probably thinking, okay, how can I get started at Orus? Is there any introductory demos or tutorials that's available? How can I get started? Good question. Step 1, go to orus.info and go and sign up to the app. It's a freemium model, so it's free to use, so don't worry about that. Go and play around with it. Once you've signed up, you can go and look at the documentation. You can look at Gitbook for more instructions for different use cases and case studies. Use cases are smaller examples. Case studies are much bigger business case studies. And introductory tutorials and demos are also available. I'm going to link them up and you can start exploring all the tutorials. We're adding more as we go. Last question. So what kind of customization options are available for Orus when creating dashboards and reports? It's a very good question because at the end of the day, we are helping people to make decisions. So of course, creating dashboards, creating reports make it a lot easier for you to make decisions. So we're creating a lot of customization tools on Orus. We are a dashboard and we have a lot of different modular charts that you can create. So we're adding more visualizations as we go. Right now we have graph. We're adding table, we're adding ranked table, we're adding step chart, pie chart, bar chart, heat map, cohort analysis for you to make better informed decisions and use the right charts to visualize the analytics you're looking for or visualize the insights that you're looking for. At the same time, with our DSL, you can start creating your own metrics. You can start creating your own alerts to give you an update anytime that you want. And Orus can be a monitoring dashboard, something you open, something you have at one of your monitors, just to see how your investments are doing. You don't have to do it for one specific asset. You can do it as all your investments, put it in one page and just analyze what's going on for you to make informed decisions. Attach an alert to the DSL. You can start getting alerts as well. Lastly, what are the next steps if I want to explore a potential collaboration or integration with Orus? So if you're interested, please contact someone at Discord or you can send an email down here and just reach out. You can also reach out on Twitter, on Telegram, on Discord, and on LinkedIn. And we're happy to discuss further and help you to make more informed decisions. Thank you so much. And hopefully this addresses some of the frequently asked questions. Till then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.